We're officially live.
Counted me down again. Hi. Okay. All right.
Officially live again. Okay, so I think it's doing what it needs to do. Yes, it says we're live. Okay, perfect. So now I just gotta do the thumbnail. So that makes sense. Add it to the right playlist. Done, done, and done. Save. And now go back. Look at it just so I can stare at myself and see if it worked out. Ah, there we go.
Yay! It's happening.
It's happening. Okay. Last place to check is the Ticker Talks. Are we live? TikTok. Come on now. Come on, TikTok. Don't do this to us.
Nash says YouTube is up. Yay, but TikTok is not.
TikTok isn't. Okay. That is something I think I'm not doing right over here. TikTok is always.
Hey.
Oh, because it says I'm offline, but how do I get. Oh, is it literally hit the on button? One of two active.
The youth group is renovating the youth lounge, and we were painting in their room yesterday. And after we had like dinner and stuff, we went to go watch a movie, and we were all offline. And we're like, "What happened?" And we had accidentally unplugged the router for the entire church, and we couldn't figure out how to plug it back in.
Oh, that's scary.
So that was chaotic, and we're like, oh no. Literally just one of the teens was like, oh, this cord doesn't need to go anywhere, and just took it and just walked away and put it somewhere, and we're like, oh, just the whole plug.
Oh no. Oh, stop clicking things. I'm clicking things. Why am I clicking things? Dang it. Can I tell you, when I was sitting in Barnes and Nobles one day, I randomly did this without even thinking. It was so straightforward. Running an important event. Yeah, it was so. I wasn't trying. And here I was like literally streaming live from Barnes and Nobles on their shoddy Wi-Fi. Not a problem. For some reason, it is not working here. And I think it's because clearly user error. I know, I do want it to work. Custom connector. Uh-oh, it says something went wrong with your recording.
Yeah, it says restart studio. Oh, I'll be back.
You guys, one day we're going to be seamless. One day it is going to be seamless.
It's never going to be seamless. And that's okay.
We can hope.
That's okay.
We can hope. Okay, so at least we have people watching on here. So I think what that means for
Sila.
I know they're like, it could happen. I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Nope, we're going to.
Do you want to take a tour of all my stuff? This is my makeup desk. I've got a bunch of Disney stuff here, like the little toys from like Burger King, McDonald's.
I love that.
All the things, just always. So
you know what? I had a really cool. Is this gonna mess the whole thing up? I think it's going to.
Of my fridge stack. I told you my brain isn't doing brains anymore. I'm like, how do I entertain the people?
My brain is not braining anymore. Oops.
No more. Okay. No more thoughts. No lumps, no bumps, just smooth.
Oh, that's clever.
Okay. Listen, it works, okay? If that works for TikTok, just film it that way.
I know. Okay, if you guys are watching us on TikTok, it's going to be this crazy shot, but watch us on YouTube. And I don't even the mic does nothing for my phone right now, but go to YouTube. We're doing a live pitch workshop. Charnel, go to YouTube. You don't go to YouTube, you get blocked. You guys know how it works. Um
Goodbye forever.
Nash, also go Nash if you can, go to TikTok, like at least sign into the live and like tell people to go to YouTube if they want to hear it. Cuz right now they can hear me and see like a quarter of my face, but they can't see you.
That's good.
And
That's even better.
no,
So,
no, darling, no.
okay.
Okay, so we are going to officially start. Are we ready?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be
I got this.
fine. Okay, we have a cute little intro that I'm gonna try to read looking here instead of down here. Okay, let's try. Welcome to the Live Pitch Workshop, where we listen to creatives pitch their films, TV series, podcasts, digital content, anything they want to pitch. I help them workshop through their projects, find their strengths and weaknesses, and how we can strengthen their pitches. Tonight's pitch is by Liz, who you may know as Ebold on TikTok. She is one of our TV production 101 students, and I'm excited to hear her pitch about detectives in the Appalachian Mountains. I'm very excited. Everyone, please welcome Liz to the Live Pitch Workshop.
Hello. It's like a game show introduction. I'm ready to go.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so this is how this works. You get 2 minutes on the clock. You have to do your verbal pitch. The only rule is don't read it, with the caveat of if you are reading it, don't let me know. Don't make it so obvious. Okay. So let me put you on the clock.
Okay.
Ready? Wait. Where is my little timer? Oh, I love it. Nash is telling people. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Imagine rural Appalachia, night. A man is hiking through the woods alone. The mist is settling in over the Smoky Mountains. Over his shoulder, he hears something. But there's always something in these woods, so he keeps going. He hasn't seen a trailhead in hours. The sun has been set long ago. The sun is gone. The cold is here. He is lost. Tracking shots. Over his shoulder, he hears something again. Something is following him. It's big. It's getting closer. Branches start snapping and he starts running, but it's too late. The earth is shaking underneath his feet. And in an instant, with screams and roars, he's gone. Disappeared without a trace. The local police are confused and dead end after dead end with no conclusions and no hope left. His fiance calls the Appalachian Detective Agency. 2 tight-knit best friends, Danita and Kit, one a skeptic and one a witch, have decided to open up a detective agency to figure out the mysteries and murders that plague the mountains. For Danita, everything is logical and reasonable. For Kit, everything is fantastical and spiritual. Grappling with criminals, conspiracies, cults, and cryptids, they must find the balance between science and the spiritual to uncover the truth. Who are these culprits? Human beings or supernatural beasts? The end. Okay, I didn't read it.
Oh, first of all, if you did read it, that is the only exception, is if you're reading it like that. That was fantastic. That was, I was on the edge of my seat from the very first word that you said.
Imagine. Jump into the
fantastic. I literally have no notes.
Really?
Fantastic. None. No notes.
So
no notes. No notes. That was 40 times, 100,000 times better than the last time we did a verbal pitch together. And this showed it was passionate.
Mm-hmm.
It showed your personality. It showed your passion, like as a person, but specifically your passion for your project.
Yes.
I instantly believe you know this inside and out. I don't know how prepared you are with your story and the plot, but I automatically was like, oh, this girl has 8 episodes already written. Like
Oh, well, I
that
haven't
is the
outlined, so,
but that's the energy you gave me.
yeah.
Like I was like,
Yay.
okay, if I say yes, it's full throttle. So I absolutely loved it.
Yay. Thanks, Professor. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's over with. Okay.
No, you're always so nervous, but you always do
I
such a great job.
am. Oh, I need
You
to believe in
always do such a
myself.
good job. That's the biggest part of it. That's the biggest part
Mhm.
of it. And the good thing is you can actually fake that. You can fake like you believe in
That's
yourself
what I
until
did.
you actually do.
Mhm.
And
Just
it was
fake it till you make
perfect.
it.
Fake it till you make it, honey. Okay, so now let's talk about your actual pitch. So
Yay.
I love it. These are detectives in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yes.
So I'm going to go through, and again, we're going to try and share screens again. I don't know what you guys will see over on YouTube. But
And hold it up
this
as
is
a
what
little.
we
Yeah.
can see. Okay, that's what we can
There's my
see.
character.
I love it. Okay, so your title page, Appalachian Detective Agency. I'm going to just tell you right off the bat, the font is perfect.
Okay.
It gives me a little bit of spooky, but more so quirky
Yeah.
and not straight and narrow, right? So there, I already connect the feel of the font to the tone.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love that. Then your tagline, criminal or cryptid. I love that because now I'm asking myself, okay, so is this like supernatural or is this like monk? Is this like, so now I'm intrigued.
Okay.
And
Good.
then I love this world that you built. I
Yeah.
absolutely love this world that you built. Because I see the Appalachian Mountains. I know which one is a witch, which one isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Very obviously lighting the forest with a prism. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. And then you have like mysterious eyes all through the forest. And it
Yeah.
instantly makes me think of like, what's that thing they say in the Appalachian Mountains? Like if you hear a voice or a sound or something like
Mm-hmm.
at night, just ignore it. Don't
Absolutely.
respond to it. So this
Absolutely.
reminds me of
Mm-hmm.
that. This
Yeah.
absolutely reminds me of it.
And the
So I'm
farther
sold.
something away sounds, the closer it is to you.
I know the Appalachian Mountain. It's as a
Spooky.
story concept, this is just perfect because there's so much
Mm-hmm.
richness in just your location of the Appalachian Mountains. So
Absolutely.
much richness because now you can explore a very specific culture, a very specific environment, a very specific set of rules for your world that exist outside of what the average person knows to be the norm, right? Like even
Yeah.
something as simple as like if you hear a voice in the woods, you hightail it home. Um,
Absolutely.
right.
Hold on
So
one second. Kitten, like she's batting around. Why don't you play with one of the soft toys over here? Okay. Here.
if you guys are on YouTube or on TikTok right now, go to our YouTube channel so you can hear both of us. I am currently workshopping a pitch with Ebold. As you guys know her, her real name is Liz. And you can see it better on YouTube. So if you're here and you're only going to hear me and see like a quarter of my face, which is beautiful. But also watch it on YouTube and you can hear everything. But if you're in here, tap away. Okay? Tap, 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 tap away.
Yes. By the
Okay,
guide.
so
Okay. You know what helped me, you guys? Was the templates for the pitch deck template. It was $10.
I saw that you got that.
Helped me tremendously to put this together.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I saw you get it and I was like, oh, is she going to use this for her pitch? I thought that was pretty exciting.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, that was a tremendous help.
We love.
Thank you.
Go purchase the guide. Go purchase the guide.
Absolutely.
Okay, so your title page is absolutely inviting and intriguing at the same time. So I absolutely love this. And then let me switch back over to my view. And then let's get into your log line. So here, I love the contrast of full color and then black and white because I'm instantly not bored. Right? Like that was a really clever way. No, that was a really clever way to make me feel like something's different. Yeah, and it sounds like you didn't mean to do this, but the stark contrast between color and black and white, to me, I instantly was like, oh, because there's the witch is colorful and then this other person's pragmatic. Like,
Okay.
you didn't intentionally mean to do that, but that's exactly where my brain went. So kudos for that. Okay, so your log line. In this dark comedy, two best friends, a skeptic and a witch, start a detective agency in rural Appalachia. They must determine if these murders and disappearances are being committed by human beings or supernatural beasts. Love.
Yay.
Like, Ebol, I have no notes. Like, I have no notes.
Okay.
Like, you
Well,
are
I
up here with
do know.
Nash right now. You and Nash, no notes. Okay.
We'll
So,
take on the world by storm, Nash.
yes. So, the reason why I love this log line, you follow the formula perfectly. You told me right in the beginning it's a dark comedy. You gave me who the characters were. You told me what the conflict was, and you gave it to me multiple types of conflict. A skeptic and a witch, which is describing the two protagonists, start a detective agency in rural Appalachia. Right there, that's a little bit of conflict. That's like, oh, you've also done world building, which we are going to be
Yeah.
learning about in season 6, week
Season.
6.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Keep the
season
talk
6,
going.
episode 5. Uh, so I can see that. And then you tell me they must determine if these murders and disappearances are being committed by human beings or supernatural beasts. That is the conflict, the plot, and the pilot episode. Like, you gave that to me in one damn sentence. So I love it. I love it. Absolutely no notes.
Yay.
Love. Okay, now to your synopsis, which I have not read. So we're going to go over this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the synopsis I need the most help with.
Okay. Synopsises, I think they're only hard because you have to cut them down and you want them to be the summary
Yeah.
so bad, but it's like that should be a little bit shorter. Okay, there's a murder in those mountains. Ah, love. Okay, mystery rolls in with the mist of the Smokies. Oh, creatures scurry up the cliffs of the Catskills and phase into the shadows between the supernatural and our reality. Girl,
I I don't know.
like, let me
As
make
you
eye
keep
contact in the
reading,
right
I keep
camera.
repeating
Okay.
myself. The two. We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
No, here's the thing.
Okay.
You need to repeat yourself. Because that imagine I have 50 of these to go through, right? And I earnestly want to get through all of them, right? And read through all of them. By time, if yours is number 7 in the day and I see the title page, it's enough for me to like keep it on my desk and start to go through it. I'm skipping stuff. I'm reading fast. So you telling me repeating the things over and over again, which is essentially what a pitch deck is, right? It's
Okay.
saying the thing and then saying the thing a little longer, saying the thing a little bit longer than that, saying the thing a little bit longer than the
Yeah,
last one,
that's true.
and then here's the thing as big as I can make it while keeping your attention, right? So that's okay. Especially when you are utilizing language the way you are in this. So this is the thing I love about everything you've ever like sent my way is your use of language is very much your storyteller. And
Yeah.
so whatever format or platform you're doing that on, it comes through and it resonates loud and clear. And I love that. So even there's a murder in those mountains, like Ebold,
Thanks.
Liz,
That's what I want to be
all
known
the
as
names.
a storyteller. That's nice. Thank you.
No, you 100% are. It comes through in everything. Okay, creatures scurry up the cliffs of the Catskills and phase into the shadows between the supernatural and our reality. Absolutely love that. Danita has always been grounded in science and skepticism. Her best friend Kit has always floated in the clouds of magic and mysticism. Together, they are teaming up to solve the enigmatic. I hate that word only because I can never pronounce it. But beautiful word, enigmatic case that haunt the mountains by creating the Appalachian Detective Agency. In this animated dark comedy, the detective duo ventures forth to uncover the truth when no one else can. Traveling the trail from the foothills of Georgia to the seascapes of Maine, they encounter wild beasts, treacherous terrain, tangible nightmares, and wonders beyond their most vivid imaginations. I have no notes. Like, I don't I have no notes. What secrets lurk in some of the most ancient places on earth? How thin is the veil there? And can the power of their friendship truly conquer it all? I love that because right now, what you're giving me, this is what I have no notes, but what you're giving me and in both in your log line and already in your synopsis is you've actually found a way to give me every section of your pitch deck
Hmm.
in each one of these. So your log line, I already know your conflict, your plot, your character development, your conflict, who your protagonist is and who your antagonist is. You gave me that in your log line. Now in your synopsis, oh, and you gave me tone and genre. Now in your synopsis, you're also giving me the clear antagonist, you're giving me world building, you're letting me know the summary, you're letting me know the first episode, the pilot episode, like you're giving
Mhm.
all of this to me without inundating me and without it feeling like I had to read the book to understand what
Okay.
I'm reading now, you know? And I think that's just brilliant how you've managed to do that. Okay, in this animated dark comedy, the detective duo ventures forth to uncover the truth when no one else can. Traveling from the foothills of Georgia to the seascapes of Maine, they encounter wild beasts, treacherous terrain, tangible nightmares, wonders beyond their most vivid imaginations, right? So that is world building at its finest. Like I don't know anything about Appalachian Mountains, and now I do. Now I understand
Okay.
where they're going to be. They're going to be up and down the East Coast mountain terrain, north and
Mhm.
south. And then this paragraph, you actually work in central themes inside of your synopsis, and it doesn't pull me out. It keeps me in the story, and you're still weaving the story through the synopsis and telling me your central themes. What secrets lurk in some of the most ancient places on earth? I don't know. Let's find out. How
Yeah.
thin is the veil there? I don't know. Like, what's the veil? Like, is it like that guy who found giants in the mountains in Seattle? Like, is
Right.
that what we're looking at?
Right.
And can the power of the friendship truly conquer it all? So now that is a huge central theme. Rural folklore and indigenous legends come to life throughout this series. Oh, I love it! Cryptid and legends surface in their investigations. Criminals are unmasked, and the most terrifying ones of all might just be regular human beings. I like if that is not like whoever's listening, this paragraph is your central theme, but told
Mhm.
via story, right? This is your central theme. And I haven't even gotten, what are we on page 3? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on
Yeah.
page 3. And I already know what this whole world is about. I'm sufficiently absorbed into this world. Okay, they'll see some truly unexplainable things and they'll do some things they can't quite explain. Can they solve these crimes or will they become yet another one of the unsolved mysteries of the mountains? Oh my God, the conflict is just everywhere. They don't know what's out there waiting for them, but they know what they are searching for, the truth. I like I have no notes, you guys. I'm
Okay.
literally reading this for the first time, Liz, and I have no notes and I'm shocked. I always have notes. You and Nash have absolutely like the two of you, the only times I have no words.
So you're gonna hire
The
both of
only
us,
time.
right?
I mean, look, I tell you guys
Work for you,
every
Nash.
chance I get. If my production company was even just a year ahead of where it is today, I would be putting you guys on speed dial and you guys would be on a retainer. And I'd be like, look, what are we making today? Like, what are we creating today? Because it's
Yeah.
so vivid. The thing is, though, I actually want it to be like live action and not an animated series.
Originally, it was going to be live action, but you can do more with animation than you can filming in the woods. Especially because
Says who?
because I've worked on film sets, but the going through the different states, going through, I mean, I guess we could just shoot anywhere.
I'm like, girl, we're on a
But
soundstage in
yeah,
Vancouver.
we're on a soundstage, but one of the characters is Appalachian Woods themselves, you know? Like the setting is it's a core, like it's driving the story. Um,
Mhm.
I just I felt like it would be better with
Animation.
animation. It could go either way.
I
with the
I
different
literally
cryptids and
like
things.
if I were a development producer right now, I would want this
Mhm.
to be live action. I absolutely would. It definitely works as animation, and I think if that's
Okay.
your vision, we push your vision. But that's the no I would give, because I'm sort of switching out of teacher mode and into like TV producer mode. Um, and so your notes, and this is the same thing that kind of happened with Nash. It's like there's not much for me to teach in this for you,
Yeah.
because it's you followed every rule and order and got the pitch deck to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And
Because you
now it's
taught
just like,
us. This is all from you.
I'll take credit. I know it's not the
Okay.
reason, but I will take the credit. Just thank me in your Oscar speech or your Emmy speech, whichever one.
Oh,
Just
you'll be invited to the
like,
premiere. Okay.
of course, love it. No, so this is more like development producer
Okay.
executive notes, right? So my oversweeping note, and it is one that when you're sitting in a meeting, you're like, WTF, like.
You're right. I should just be like, absolutely. I could see that as live action. Okay, we can cast blah blah blah. Let's go. Mhm.
I'm like, you're
I'm sorry.
like, you come up with a wonderful animation. I'm like, you know what'd be great? Puppets. If these were puppets, this would be fantastic. No,
You know
but
what
like
though?
that's
If
one
you
of
give me
those
money,
notes.
they can be puppets.
That is one of those big Scooby notes. But I do feel drawn to it like live action, because
Okay.
I've seen so many examples of it, and I've seen
Mhm.
how it's done, how it's performed, I should say. So you think stuff like Grimm, Supernatural,
Yeah.
um even what's the Disney one, Once Upon a Time,
Hmm.
um all of those, like it gives me that kind of like vibe and energy, a little bit, but obviously darker than I think Once Upon a Time, closer to like Grimm is what I'm thinking, if you're familiar with that series.
I don't know Graham. I
um
know Once Upon a Time, but I'll have to look into Graham.
yeah, are you thinking it's a little bit darker than Once Upon a Time? Well, Once Upon a Time got dark for
It
a
did
little
get
bit.
dark. It was also all over the place. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
it was such a
Not
great
our not our
show
most not
originally.
our most consistent show, but yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so protagonist, I don't even need to read this, because I already feel like, if this were like a development executive conversation, I would probably skip over this in your pitch deck and just go to your contact info and call you. That's what
Oh,
would happen with this.
okay.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. So if we're looking at your protagonist, we have Danita. So I'm switching back
Mhm.
to Professor Jillian.
Yeah.
So Danita, lead investigator, she, her, Kit, lead investigator, they, them,
Mhm.
love that, right? Because
Oh,
like
this is for the girls'
have
gays and days.
we love the girls, gays, and theys, honey.
Yes.
Okay, so Dana Scully, love. I love that little tidbit about who they were named after. So definitely feeling X-Files, which I think is definitely darker than Once Upon a Time,
Yes.
right? As far
Yes.
as the tone.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Okay, you have your personality traits: logical, grounded, skeptical, objective, love. Um, Juxtaposed with Kit, who is eccentric, free spirited, unbridled enthusiasm. We love unbridled enthusiasm. I mean, was this character designed after me? I think so.
um,
Um, just say yes,
I
Liz.
mean,
Just
pretty
say
much,
yes.
yeah. Just always positive,
Just
always upbeat. You know. Uh, do you have full ADHD? I don't know. I mean,
look,
I don't.
undiagnosed, honey,
Oopsies, we're
undiagnosed.
friends.
But I love that you put in their strengths and weaknesses, because that's something that really helps you identify the characters. Because when you're building characters, their weaknesses are just as important as their strengths. This is my own just personal philosophy, and when it comes to human beings,
Mhm.
and when I'm writing characters and I want them to be real, is I assume that human beings, as much as we want to say we connect through positivity, we actually connect
Mhm.
through our burdens, our hardships. Like we connect and like we appeal to each other on a human level through more of like the negative, which even you can see if someone gets on the internet and cries and we're all like, oh my God, let's help
Yeah.
them. As opposed to someone's like, yay, I finally made it to the, creator fun. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
ugh, now they're full of
I
themselves.
have seven
Right.
Emmys. I use them to hold up my wobbly table legs. Just
Honey,
kidding. The
I literally
Philippines.
just said that. No, Liz, I just said that on our Pitch It Like You Mean It workshop yesterday. I was like, "You guys," and this is so funny because I'm working it in, right? I was
Mhm.
like, "There isn't a class that I don't work in. I'm a seven-time Emmy award-winning TV producer. There's no
Yeah.
space
Well,
that
you've
I do
earned
not
it.
drop
Absolutely.
that in there." But it's like, and I brought it up in the pitch like you mean it thing because I was like, "Wait, this." We all have elevator pitches because they did
Mhm.
their 2-minute elevator pitch, and they just didn't have the passion. So I was like, that was like my critique. Like, you got to let me
Mhm.
know that this is something you absolutely need me to say yes to. Make it uncomfortable for me to say no. Like, make me feel like I have to say no, comma, and give you a long paragraph. Don't let me just be like, no, it's a no.
Right.
Like, make me feel like I need to validate why I would say no to something like this. So I was saying, like, that's my elevator pitch. When people ask me about my career or what I do for a living, or if they need something in relation to my work, it comes out of my mouth like air. 7-time
Hmm.
Emmy award-winning television producer. Done.
It's actually on your
And
birth certificate. It's just your first name.
it is my first name. It's my middle name, Jillian, 7-time Emmy award-winning television producer, Carter. Okay, that's enough. That's enough flexing for
You'll
this
have to change it when you get
particular
to eight,
episode.
though. You know.
I know. I
So.
should save it and wait till 8. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. Okay, so I say all that to say the Emmy part for no reason, but the other part about human beings connecting through the negativity, or
Yes.
not necessarily,
Absolutely.
it's negative as in not positive, right?
Hmm.
And through our struggles and our hurdles. So hearing your character's weaknesses, I think that's very brilliant of you. And again, it tells me that you are a storyteller. Like, what you're telling me is, if you've never written for a TV show a day in your life, I still will listen when you say, but I want to be in the writer's room. And I'll go,
Hmm.
okay, you can't be the showrunner, but I'll pair you with a showrunner and a director and a blah 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 that have done it 50 million times, and you can be in the writers room, because I now I trust you with your characters because you put a lot of care into them. Like, we have strengths, weaknesses, motivations, which that is part of the pitch deck, so I love that. You gave me their story arc, their description: millennial black woman with a master's in forensic science, strong family ties and support, pink hair, green eyes, slim but strong figure. I love this. Also, I didn't say anything about it on your title page, but I just love, like, the diversity is, it's like chef's kiss, because people don't realize black people live in the Appalachian Mountains. Like, black people are
Absolutely.
Appalachian. And I
Appalachian.
like right? I like that you chose to make the black woman not the witch, because that to
Yeah.
me would have been an easy sort of like, oh, look at, like, almost like a
Mhm.
stereotype a little bit. And
Yeah.
I
And
like that
people
you
are not
chose to not.
stereotypes.
Yes, and I like that you chose to not do that. And it feels like a choice.
It is
So
because again, I am white. If I and that's one thing I wanted to ask you about. Oh, shocker! I'm uh, all my family's Sicilian, right?
uh-huh.
And mi persone sono di Palermo, but
Oh,
I all my family lives in Florida, and so they're
mhm.
nice and tan and everything, and they call me the albino of the family because I live in the mountains. I can't go to the beach all the time. They're like, "Oh, the glow in the dark sister is here," but it is intentional because these are perspectives that I am not privy to, right?
Okay. Mhm.
I do not have any lived experience being a black woman or being
Mhm.
a non-binary person. My Kit is actually based on my best friend, also named Kit, different spelling, who is non-binary. That we grew up together since elementary school,
Love.
um,
Love.
and so that's where a lot like Kit's character personality is a mixture of the two of us. Um, but I one of my questions was if this goes somewhere or just if I have any kind of pitch, is there
Mhm.
something that I can put in a contract or something to say like, hey, I'm glad you like my idea, but if you're gonna have me in the writer's room, can we also include voices of people who have these experiences? Because I can listen all
Yeah.
day long, but I cannot write from that perspective.
I think just you saying it, it's going to happen. I think the
Okay.
nature of what this is, the way it's going to happen. Were you familiar with the that animated series? I think it came out right at the height of COVID, I think. It was about Central Park, and it
Mm-mm.
had What's her name? Veronica Mars. What's her name?
Oh no. Oh no. I didn't know there was gonna be a pop quiz.
I know. Where's the chat? The chat always
Yeah,
knows.
please tell
Everybody
us.
always knows. Wait, let's see. I'm going to stop sharing and then find it because the chat always knows. Let's see. Laura said, Jillian, you don't need an ADHD diagnosis. Hun, we know.
Listen, Flounder. I know you're the Flounder half.
Kristen Bell, thank you. Not Carmen Sandiego. Nash. This is why you get blocked every week, Nash. No, Carmen Sandiego.
Guess. She travels all over the world. She's exploring. I'm trying to support Nash. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Kristen Bell, for sure. Okay, so Kristen Bell. It's called Central Park, and there was an issue because the main character is a mixed girl, but Kristen Bell was the voice.
Oh,
and this is at the height of like DEI. This is the height of like all the racial. So yes, everything that was sort of happening during the COVID. Yes. And so she was like, oh, should I not be voicing this? Should I not voice this? Like, so she literally stepped down. Like they released the whole first season and then she stepped down as that voiceover. I think the show got canceled. I don't think there was a second season. But they really tried. They just failed. They tried to cover Seneca Village in Central Park, where it was like the all Black community that they basically stripped away the land and built Central Park on top of it. So they tried to do like a funny approach to it, and it was like,
that's
we're not ready,
especially with that storyline. Don't.
Yeah. No. Well, I need to read Because of Winn-Dixie. You know what, chat? I'm going back to sharing the screen. Because y'all are hurting my feelings.
You know what? You're not yelling at me tonight, though, so far. So
right? I'm not yelling at anyone. I know. Nash almost is blocked, but Nash is like holding TikTok down for me. So.
I love it.
Which I heard you're not supposed to take a drink of anything on TikTok or they're like flag you. Like you shouldn't drink or eat. I don't know. Okay, so here's my first actual note.
Yes.
Connection to central themes. I love this. And that is in your pitch deck templates. I love it.
Yes.
But rooted in her friendship with Kit, always looks for the specific explanation. That doesn't take me back to the central themes as I know them, right? Because right now I haven't actually seen your central themes written out. I'm going off of the synopsis where I feel like I already know the central themes. So then the central themes are answering these questions or how these questions plague your characters. Yeah. So let's see. And can the power of the friendships truly conquer it all? So maybe that's how you connected back to friendship for Danita.
Yeah. Well, I only put down 2 central themes on my central theme page.
Let's see. Oh wait, who's this guy?
That's Josh Gates. He's an actual cryptozoologist.
I didn't know about him.
Oh He's my God. I've had a crush on him since high school. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
He goes around the world and listens to different cultures and tries to find their like legends and cryptid animals and try to like prove their existence.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so he is your third character, Josh Mothman. Yeah. He is your third. Okay. So I'm going to skip him for a second because I want to come down to your central themes.
Yes.
The power, again, I love the contrast of color and black and white. And I know you say that wasn't intentional, but I absolutely love it. The power, love, and unbreakable bonds of friendship. Yes. Exploring folklore and fantasy, science and reality, and all the pieces in between. Okay, so these are great statements, right? Your central themes have to tell me what big giant questions are your characters trying to figure out. The power, love, and unbreakable bonds of friendship. So what is the question that they're trying to search for in that statement?
Yeah, so that's more of a given than like they have some tense moments in their friendship, but at the end of the day, they always go back to each other. So I guess that's probably not.
So then it's
not a conflict.
Well, maybe because it doesn't have to be a conflict. Maybe your central theme is, um, maybe they're exploring it could literally just be that, like, are the bonds of friendship stronger than, you know, I don't know, stronger than faith, stronger than supernatural, stronger than,
Yeah,
what's a
it's like,
stronger bond?
yeah,
Um, because you want to, at the end of the day, what do you want me to walk away from this series asking or wondering or talking about? If you were to
yeah,
do a college level course on this series, what does the syllabus say? What is the syllabus going to say? We're going to explore the unbreakable bonds of friendship and love when the whole world is caving around
against,
them,
yeah,
you know? So you just have to, like, it's there, and you just have to kind of shape it a little bit different. And what's crazy is you did it so perfectly in your synopsis.
yeah. But I need to bring
Like,
it down
these
to
are the
my,
questions. How thin is and can the power of their friendship truly conquer it all? Can that could be the central theme.
yeah,
Can power of friendship truly survive it all? I don't know.
absolutely.
I don't know. Exploring folklore and fantasy, science and reality, and all the places in between. Um, I kind of feel like it's almost like you're asking me, the viewer, to understand if you're asking me to believe that human beings and supernatural, of those two, human beings are just as evil,
Mm,
and supernatural can be just as much as the good guy as the bad guy. Like,
yeah,
it's almost like your central theme is somewhere around that. Like, who really is the villain? Who really is, like, who is evil when it's unmasked? Like, that almost feels like something along those lines is like your central theme, because you're going to show me the best side of humanity with your protagonist, and you're going to show me the worst side of humanity with your antagonist. Then you're going to show me the best sides of supernatural with your protagonist Kit, and then you're going to show me the worst sides of supernatural with the antagonist.
well, I'm writing all this
So
down. I'm stealing all of this.
take it. Take it. It's yours, honey. It's yours. But yeah, I feel like those are some of the bigger themes that you are going to explore. And again, as the viewer, I like already I'm like, well, humans are evil. Like, yes. And then someone would be like, yeah, but like, what is evil? Because we think evil is this, like, there's all sorts of conversations and dialogues you can have around it. And then once your central themes are really locked in, and you probably already have this,
Mhm.
your central themes will help you set out your episodes better, because
Yeah.
now, how is this episode answering that question? How is that episode following this central theme? How is the protagonist in search of this question in this episode? Um, but knowing you, Liz, you probably already have it. So let's go. Oh, wait, we skipped a couple of things. Let's go back. Josh
Yeah.
Mothman. I feel like I don't need to read him because honestly, after Kit and Danita, I don't care. Like, I'm like, I
Oh,
love the two of them. Whoever else is
yeah.
involved, great. Okay, setting. Set in Appalachian mountains. It's towns, it's forests, it's folklore, and its cultures from the foothills of Georgia to Acadia National Forest in Maine. I love this. Thank you for
Yeah.
telling me what it looks like in real life.
Mhm.
I love this. The Appalachian Mountains, honey. I would never.
Yeah, and it's such a variety of a landscape too. So I could
It's
probably
so
done better with
beautiful.
Smoky Mountains and Blue Ridge because they're so close to one another. Um,
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you have Tennessee, North Carolina, Maine, New York. Oh, wait. Did I live in the Appalachian Mountains?
they're pretty big. I don't know.
I I forget this. So I grew
I'm
up in
not
upstate New
parasocial
York.
enough yet.
No, I know you're like, I have an obsessed over this made up parasocial relationship. No, I lived in upstate New York, like way upstate
Okay.
Plattsburgh, New York. And I don't think it is in the Appalachian Mountains, but it was like next door. Like, if I
Okay.
really wanted to be in that, I could. I always forget. I literally forget I grew up there, and then I forget that it is, as we call, BFE. Um Okay,
Mm-hmm.
episode breakdowns. We love that you have this. After a tourist disappears into Appalachian night air, Danita and Kit are called to investigate. The duo's only clue, a trail of 20-inch footprints, leads them to wonder what creatures lurk in these shadows. Okay, so this is actually a really great episode breakdown. It's not long, and it tells me, you give me like a little synopsis. Like a story premise for each episode, and that's actually perfect. Josh Mothman joins the team after Kit discovers his secret. Okay, we get a new protagonist. His secret, or into I don't know what he is right now, chases him down and lassos him so he cannot escape their friendship.
Yeah, that's on the central themes. Kit's got him, and he's trying to fly away, and Kit's being pulled out into the sky, trying to.
Kit. I almost feel like with that, and maybe another central theme of yours is, it's like that whole bully the bully kind of concept, but it's like how bad. It's like the morality thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
can you do bad things for a good cause?
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Dania grapples with an oracle warning the city of impending doom. Ooh, these are so good. Yo quiero chupacabras. Ooh, the chupacabra. Mothman's expertise in cryptozoology helps the duo solve a goat herder's dilemma and return. This is what I would read in the little synopsis on the TV guide.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. I was like, okay, we've got like so much to like. You're like, oh, do I want to watch that episode? Oh, I've already seen that one.
I love this. We have 8. I don't even need to read this. We have 8 episodes. The first 4 were perfect. Pilot episode. Oh, we have a cold open, protagonist intro, conflict setup, central themes and action. Yes, Liz. Yes. And then we have our episode here. I would put your episode structure on its own slide.
Okay.
I know in the template, I kind of like put them in one because usually people don't have it this fleshed out. And in some cases, I would tell people to condense it down. I think the way you have this is don't change a thing. But except for, make episode structure its own slide. So we have cold open, conflict, and put it before this slide, before your pilot episode overview. Like, tell me the structure. Cold open, conflict, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution, cliffhanger. And then go into a scripted out version. Or, this like more fleshed out version. Demographic, Psych meets X-Files meets Gravity Falls. Okay. We love Psych, so we got comedy. We love X-Files, so we got mystery, and sometimes it's supernatural, sometimes it's not. And then Gravity Falls because we have investigative animation type stuff. Target audience millennials, Gen X, Gen Z, and everyone who loves a good spooky murder mystery. Okay, so that works, but I also want to know, is this kids? Is this family friendly? Is it, give me a little bit of that.
Okay.
Structure format, a hybrid of standalone stories and serialized arcs, 25-minute episodes designed for streaming platforms. Take this, your structure format, those little bullets, move it to episode structure, put it above it, make that its own slide, right? And then that whole thing goes before the pilot episode overview.
So I have a question there. So for the structure format, the episode structure, I used the pilot episode as the example of this is what happens in this episode.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, your mood board looks great. I love this. Gravity Falls inspired animated visuals, adapting real Appalachian locations, as well as taking inspiration from rural. I literally, like Liz, I would totally tell you to make this live action.
Okay.
I would totally tell you to make this live action. Take that with a grain of salt, but everything in me screams this is live action. Cast and crew, executive producer, developers, Alex Hirsch. Okay. I love this. Attached, honey. He's attached to it already. ND Stevenson, executive producer, animator, showrunner, developer. She ran The Princess of Power. Oh, I loved that series. That animated, the new one, right?
And that they are non-binary, so that would add in a non-binary
Can
voice
I?
to the project.
Yes. Oh, the actual ND Stevenson. Gotcha.
Yes.
I was gonna say my synopsis and my conclusion of that whole series is everybody's a lesbian. Like, after I watched it,
Everyone's gay. Absolutely.
I was like, ah,
Again, girls,
got
gays, and
it.
bays. That's our
Got
demographic. I
it.
didn't write that, but
But that's it. Voice talent. Okay, Kimberly Brooks. Okay. We love that. Josh Gates. I love that you would have him voice over his inspired
that's what I'm going
character.
for. My
Love
thought
it.
was like, how can I meet Josh Gates in real life? He could play a
I
Mothman.
will build an elaborate show idea and then I will
Yes.
pitch it, create it, and invite him to voice
Talk
it
about
over. And
parasocial. Awesome.
my
How far
plan
are you
shall
willing
be
to go?
complete. I know. How far are you willing to go? Thank you for considering my project. Please reach out to me anytime. Ebold. Love this, but you're going to say, thank you for your consideration. When you're ready, reach out to me at.
Okay.
Okay. Let's explore the folklore together.
Yeah. And I was going to put another drawing here, but I ran out of time.
No, this is great. No. This is great. I love this. This is great. Liz, it's Liz. Like top to bottom. Top to bottom. Like if I could make this my screensaver, it would be my screensaver. Like it's really great. No,
That's good because
it is
that
really
means the
great.
characters are real already. You know,
They are. They're very real. The way you set them up, they're believable characters, they're believable people. And it was an amazing pitch. Like it's an amazing pitch. And don't yell at me, but I think you need to pitch it. Like you need to like your next steps are to get in front of someone. Like that's your next step. So we just have to figure out how to make that happen.
Next class, we'll be going over how to get agents and do all the things.
Yes, and how to do all the things, honey. Actually, I'm going to start looking through my Rolodex to see who I know who does animation. Oh, I do have a friend that works for DreamWorks.
Really?
Okay. I do. I forgot. I was supposed to talk to him about Alicia's project, but we just never connected. So I need to reach out to him again. And I'm just going to be like, dude, just come on my live pitch workshop and just talk to us and tell us what to do.
Yeah. Watch the recording. Join us on TikTok.
I know. He better. First of all, we're college friends. Like we started a TV show together in college, and
I want to watch it.
No. Oh God, no. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. Like he knew what he wanted to do with his life. Like he was like, I'm gonna produce TV and make films. That's why I went to college. And I'm like, wait, what is this? Wait, I get to boss people around? Yeah. Oh,
you're like, I just want to
try it.
A cute guy.
I'll try it. Sounds good. Lots of cute guys. Hi, everyone. No, literally. So no, our TV show, this is so silly. It was me, Jillian with a G, Greg, obviously with a G, and then Mark, but Mark's his first name is Gilbert with a G. So we used to call ourselves the Trena G.
That's beautiful. I love that.
We were so
you didn't. Oh my goodness! You forgot. You didn't see my joke for the second half of the episodes.
No, I didn't. Let me see.
You skipped over episodes 5 to 8.
Oh yes, I did because it was so perfect. I was like, "There's nothing else I can say but perfect, honey. Perfect. Okay, let me see. Where are we? Local police are positive that a string of murders is due to a black bear epidemic. And whenever the police are positive about something, that's when you know for sure they are dead wrong.
Sometimes it's bears.
Facts.
Because again, there's bears in the woods, you know?
And I'll choose the bear every time. When the search for the Jersey Devil leads the duo on a wild goose chase through the mountains, they are shocked when instead they accidentally find Jesus. I love all this. Nothing is what it seems. Yeah, I should have read the second half because
that's the one I was like. Didn't get
I
my
love
keys
this.
this time.
Nothing is what it seems, and if it is what it seems, then it's super suspicious. The trio gets caught in a vortex that bends the laws of physics, the foundations of reality, and their very minds. I love this. Kit takes the lead on an investigation, and her unorthodox methods push Danita's suspension of disbelief to the limit. Will she be able to let go of her tight grip on logic and believe in her best friend instead?
Yeah.
These are so good. I think with just those little tweaks that I gave you, that's just like to finesse it. But I really think this is you need to pitch this. So
Yay.
let's
I
just
can
put
do
our heads
things.
together and figure out the best way to do that. Oh, for those of you who are listening, because I totally forgot people are listening. Um,
That's the Ed Hedda. There's people here. Since when?
wait, Laura. Yes, Laura. I know you guys love Gravity Falls. I know. Look, everyone's like, great job. You did such a great job. You did.
Oh, thank you guys.
You guys, guess who potentially, nothing's locked for sure. It'll be locked this
Ava
week. So
DuVernay.
fingers crossed. Oh God, no, first of all, I would never tell you guys.
Okay,
I would never jinx it that way. I'd be like, look,
that's fair. Yeah.
just make sure you're here at 7:30. Okay. I'd be like, Liz, Nash, Anita. Like, I'd be like, I need you guys to make sure everyone's in the live. Okay. Just everyone get here. And I wouldn't tell you why, but I'd be panicked. I'd be like, everyone, we're not panicking. We're not panicking. No, but just as exciting though, we might have one of the writers and the executive producer for Paradise.
That's your favorite show, Lady Soldier.
I know.
Wow. Yeah.
I know. I didn't realize I was 6 degrees away from like the right people. So we have one person
amazing.
I pulled. I know, but fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Okay.
One is a cold like call. One was like a hey, so do you want to come on my podcast? It's not really a podcast. It's just this thing we do. And they're like, yeah, sure. What date? And I was like, this date. And then I was like, a friend goes, hey, you're having a writer from Paradise come on. I'm like, how the hell do you know? I'm executive producing it. And I was like, oh, do you want to come on? And they're like, I'm a little offended. You didn't even ask me. And I was like, I didn't know. I
You're
can't
like, I just
keep
know
up with
so many
everybody.
people.
I'm like, oh my God, I know so many like popular
I've
people.
got Oprah
Like,
in my phone. You know.
I know. Best flex ever. I was telling my sister how I was like flexing about that. I was like, yeah, so here's Oprah's number. And my sister's like, does it even work anymore? Like, is it our same number? I was like,
That's
I
what
hate
sisters
you.
are like, though.
I hate, and she's my baby sister. So of course she's like,
Oh.
why don't you just text her? I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'll email her. I won't text her.
Yeah. She's calling you out.
So,
oh yeah, text her right now. Go to the club right now.
Mm-hmm. That's my sister. She's like, even though my sister has met Oprah and Oprah loves her. And I'm just like, you don't even work here. You're just visiting for the day. Go away.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, Nash, you need to go watch Paradise. Okay.
Yeah.
Go watch Paradise. Yes. The 8th season, the last episode of the season is on Tuesday, right? We'll be in class when it airs. Oh wait, it's streaming on does it air on live TV?
I don't know. I think it's
don't know.
Hulu, right?
Yeah, so that usually means it does air somewhere on live TV somewhere. I don't know. I can't keep up with that. It's on Hulu. It'll be there on Tuesday. But yeah, so fingers crossed that happens for us. Let's see who is in. Oh, hi, guys. Okay, so everyone in TikTok live right now, you're only hearing my voice instead of everybody else's voice because they're all in my head. Just kidding. Because we're doing our live pitch workshop on YouTube. So if you're in here, switch over to YouTube. If you want to watch it. If not,
like and subscribe.
then like and subscribe. As my 10-year-old niece says, like and subscribe. She's so funny. My niece is like and subscribe. My aunt, she's convinced I'm a celebrity, and it's so funny to me.
You are a celebrity. What are you talking about, Professor?
I literally am not, like, not even close, but to my 10-year-old niece, she, like, Googles me with her classmates, and I'm like,
Yeah, you're
"Girl,
Googleable.
girl, please
Googleable.
stop." She's like, "This is my aunt." And she's like, I made everyone watch this video." I was like, "What video?" Like, nothing I do is appropriate for 10-year-olds. I'm sorry, there's nothing that I go,
Oh my god.
"What are you watching?" And she's like, "Well, this one, you did an interview about this." And then I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. Just stop telling people I'm a celebrity. It's awkward when I go pick you up from school.
You don't want to
Okay,
get
very awkward."
stalkers. You already have all of us. You don't need any
No, I
more.
don't want her friends. Like, I go to her basketball game, and the friends are like this,
Oh my
and
gosh.
I'm
Can we
like,
be on
I
TV
can't.
next?
I can't. I'm
Love
like,
it.
"But keep going. Do you guys want autographs?" No. No, darling. Okay, but Liz, again, fantastic pitch.
Thank
Your
you.
verbal pitch, fantastic. Yes, breathe, breathe, honey,
Yes.
breathe. You did a fantastic job. And my words of encouragement for you are just so that you know it's very apparent that you are a
Mhm.
storyteller. Everything you have sent my way, everything I've looked at of yours has been absolutely fantastic. Your
Yes.
ideas are well thought out. They're clear, like you are clear in your delivery of them.
Who's
The
got a
vision for
biscuit
him.
in here? What? Whoops! Accidentally.
Armadillo!
Hot
I
rocks for your
love.
children?
Wait, what did you have to do for that one?
Uh, the rest of the pitch deck. This
The
is the only
actual
pitch
pitch
that
deck,
exists.
which is crazy
Uh,
because literally, if you copy and paste the pitch deck you just turned in, it's there.
yeah, I could do it. Never.
That is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, do you have questions for me?
I do. So in my synopsis, I underlined 2 sentences.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is just not my little brain. My little brain was given out. The synopsis was the last thing I wrote, and I was really worried about it. So
Mm-hmm.
the 2 lines that I underlined, they'll see some truly unexplainable things, and they'll do some things they can't quite explain. Gives
Uh-huh.
that quirkiness. And then the last one is they don't know what's out there waiting for them, but they know what they're searching for, the truth.
Okay.
These are only slightly modified from the beginning of Josh Gate's two shows, Destination Truth and is the last one, and Expedition Unknown.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think I need to change them because
Why?
it's like, is this copyright or is this an homage? Like
Here's the thing.
it's
This is your
literally
pitch deck.
slightly different.
This is your pitch deck.
Okay.
These words may never even see the light of day.
Okay.
But what they do accomplish is your central themes and locking me
Mhm.
in before I even get to your central themes, right?
Yeah.
Because like in your pitch deck, you're using pictures. I mean, these pictures are yours, but like you're using
Right.
images that aren't solely yours. People are taking
Yeah.
Most people take stills from movies. Like this pitch deck, you're not selling it trying to make money off of somebody else's stuff.
That's true.
You're just using it as an example and a way to support your idea. And
Yeah.
then it goes nowhere. That's why you really can't find examples of pitch decks anywhere because they literally like they get dropped on the cutting room floor and they stay there.
Mm. Okay.
The only way they don't is if someone saves them. Like that's why we're like, yay, thank you, Stranger Things,
Yeah. For
saving the pitch deck.
Yeah.
Like and then plastering it all over lines so we could see it. Oh wait, Liz, did you just convince someone to buy our pitch deck template? Yes, you did.
Good.
Look
It's
at you.
$10. Literally, look, I did all of this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was telling Professor G I worked over 50 hours this week. None of this existed before Saturday morning, and I still worked on Saturday and Sunday. And because of the template, I was able to do this.
We love
Our professor. Look how much she supports us, guys.
love.
Thanks.
Which okay, so I'm going to go into my little commercial break now too. That's a perfect place to do it. So, the pitch deck template is available for you guys. It's $10. Here's get it if you need it, right? Get it if you want to have it.
Mhm.
But our homework moving forward, now you have your story premise. You had a week to kind of think about what that is and what you want to like solidify as we start moving forward. So now every assignment is going to be based off of us building a pitch deck be a pitch deck for your story premise. So, like this next week's homework, because what is this, week 6 or week 7? I think it's week 7, right? Or 6. I don't know, whatever. No,
I
it's
don't
week 6. Sorry.
know. One
It's
second,
week
sorry.
6. So actually let me just pull up that homework assignment so you guys can see. I can tell you guys what it is. And then how the pitch deck sort of um it was designed to help you guys with this. So this week's lesson, we're going to be talking about world building, and that's creating the world, describing the world that you have built within this series. Um, for all my people who write novels on here, all of my novelists, please understand it's about showing, not telling. So that's like the biggest lesson. But here's your assignment. It's called the world of your series. So you're going to write a short description of your series, setting, time, and culture. Then you're going to use 3 to 5 images that visually establish your world's tone. You're going to also include a reference. You're going to include a reference to a show or a film that has similar setting. So the easiest way to do that is if you have the pitch deck template, you're going to go to, let's see, what page is that? Let's pop that up
mood
really quick.
board or setting?
No, this is the world building one, which is where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, here it is, page 8. So slide 8. On our slide, it says Doctor Who universe, but there is a template that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos already ready to go, like 6 set aside for you. So you can easily just pop your photos into that, and then that can be your homework. Also, when it comes to turn in your homework, you can just send me a copy of it. Like you can just send me the link and drop that into our chat on Patreon. So it's a little bit easier, it's a little bit simpler. I will talk about it more on Tuesday's class so you guys can understand just how simple it is and the whole point of the pitch deck template. Because anything that I create for you guys, it's specifically for this class and to help you like expedite a few things. So that is that. The pitch guide, I'm gonna assume we all have that. I'm gonna assume we all have that.
You best.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. No, I love Tila's like, I had to get it. Yes, darling. Thank you. So yeah, I think the only thing I wanted to really promote again with you guys is just joining the community. That's the biggest thing for me. Because I went a week without saying anything about like just join our email list and join Patreon. And then I looked up and a week went by and no one joined. And I was like, wait, no, we need like it's more important to have people here and active and engaging with each other. Because that's the part I love about this is the interactive part. I love having people come in, and we have Nash. We know Nash as the encourager, the motivator. We love that. I love Liz. You're also like that. You come in, and you encourage people. No, I love that, and I know I kind of learn you guys a little bit, so I enjoy that, and I enjoy that for our community here. So, that I want you guys to encourage to do. Join the email list, links in all the bios, and join our Patreon. There are 3 paid tiers. Don't let that intimidate you. There's also a free tier, and you get lots of information on that tier as well. The other thing is, pitch it like you mean it. We had another workshop Saturday. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna start posting some clips of it, little clips of it, because I don't want to give away people's ideas. So we're gonna do a little tiny clip, and then you guys can kind of see what happens. It's basically this, but with 3 people, and we workshop it all together, and it's really fun, and insightful, and we're getting better at it. Like I'm getting a little better at it. So I was like, Liz was in my first one. Ebold was like, I'm here. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's all figure it out. But I think it worked
drawing,
well.
so yeah. Yeah. But it was good. Productive.
Good. I love to hear that. And we're getting better at it. So that's it. I think Tuesday I'll open up the dates. I haven't opened up the dates yet. But there's going to be 3 in March. 1 is on a random Thursday, and then the other 2 on a Saturday. So we'll see whatever works. We're figuring it out. But yeah, that's it. Liz, you are amazing.
Thank you, Professor.
I loved. Oh, you're so. So we gotta brainstorm because you're at that point where I think it's time for more than just me and you to know about your idea.
Okay. Yay! Thank
Okay.
you. I can write the
Yeah.
pilot. I can start reaching out to people and start figuring things out. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
And now you gave me more motivation to call the Trilogy to unite us again because um
Yes.
now it's you and Alicia, two really great animated series. So um I have to brainstorm that a little bit. We'll see. I usually have to yell at Mark. Um
Yell at him.
I was like, Mark, where are you? Oh, sorry, you're a busy producer at DreamWorks. My bad. Um no, he worked on the Panda movies, Kung Fu
Kung
Panda.
Fu Panda. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, he did all of
I'm just
those.
so
He
jealous.
did I think he did How to Train Your Dragon.
Are you
I think he
kidding
did
me?
those.
Those
He's done
are
a
the
couple of
top
things.
tier like films that DreamWorks has come on. I know a lot about animation because I grew up on Disney movies, but my brother teaches Pixar animation in Orlando,
Oh,
and
I
so he
love
works with
that.
a lot of animators. Which I'm just like, here's my little doodle. I'm just like, don't look at it. Um, but yeah. So that's I film analysis of animated movies. I am here for you. That How to Train Your Dragon is so good, and they're doing live
Yeah.
action.
I know, I
Oh,
can't wait. But Mark's not an animator. Mark is like I guess the best way to describe his job is like to give an example. So like he does he produces the crowd scenes from all of those
okay,
movies.
okay.
So like anytime you see like the
Mhm.
like what's an example? On Kung Fu Panda when he was like trying to get up those stairs,
Yeah,
like when
and
they were
like in the
like
beginning,
making
like the
him.
crowd was inside the temple. Yeah, and he
Yeah,
came
so
down on like the
he
rocket.
produces that. So not the animation, but he oversees the animators.
Okay.
He oversees the voiceovers and the actors
Wow,
and works with budget, works with, so he does all of that. Like he is like holding the puppet strings.
that's
Um,
insane. Mark,
I
if you're watching
know.
this in the future, I'd love to meet you. I'd love to work with you. I've got a billion ideas. This is just one. Okay.
This is just she has a million, Mark. She has a
Yeah.
million. That's why I'm gonna call you. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna brainstorm a little bit because I think Mark might be my only animation person.
Okay.
But I also realize sometimes that I'm like overthinking it and then I like take a break and I'm like, oh, just kidding. I know, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So I'm gonna brainstorm a little bit and see what I know. But I think Mark might be my only
Yeah. Like, oh, Alex Hirsch is my
animation.
cousin. Like, I forgot.
Oh my God, Liz. No kidding. You literally just said my cousin. I forgot my cousin created Boondocks.
Professor G. It's. Oh.
I
Is this
literally
your
just
one?
remember this. I feel like I went over this with someone else and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know
What a
like
cultural phenomenon.
he's
Like,
my second cousin. First cousin twice removed. I just learned how the orders of cousins go, but he
oh,
is
I
my
know.
mom's cousin. And so the only reason why I know what he does is because my mom, who's like a devout Christian woman, quotes the Boondocks, watches the Boondocks, quotes the Boondocks. And one day I was like, Mom, this is so far out of the realm of like
Yeah.
your type of like your Hallmark movies. Like you read Harlequin romances. Like where did the
I
Boondocks come
love
from?
it. I love
And
it.
she's like, well, Jillian, duh. My cousin writes for them. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know that. And then she's like, yeah, hello. And I was like, he writes for them? And then I look it up. I'm like, he created it. He's the creator. And my mom's like, same thing. And I'm like, no.
No. Yeah. No, no. Oh my gosh.
Completely different thing. Completely different thing. I'm like, was I a Nepo baby and no one told me? Like, did no one
You just
allow
stumbled your
me to
way
just
to the top and it was there for you all along. It was
stumble
just
my
fate.
way to the top? No, I don't know. There's a lot of people in my family, them like not my immediate family and not even like my extended cousins, but like people just outside of that have gone into film and TV. Like one of my uncles created the BET Awards.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know it could be created, but apparently it was, and he did it. Didn't know that. I'm like, you guys, I'm well into the industry already.
Yeah.
Like,
You have
could
those
you have told
connections.
me when I was being a PA, getting lunch every day, a lunch order that I'm traumatized by to this day, a
Listen.
BLT on rye, 2 packs of mayo, a salad, please pick out all the carrots. Every
Okay,
day
no
for a
vitamins
year.
for you, sir. Are you?
Every day for a year, that was an order I had to pick up.
No, no. The
Um,
days of PA and artist and
yeah,
the
they were rough
best
days.
was I was doing art direction, and we were building a 1920s hotel room. And we built it at the studio, and then to transfer it over to the soundstage, we had to cut it in half because it was too big to fit in the U-Haul to transport it.
Mhm.
And we had already been going for almost 30 hours, like just busting this out. And it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and the only thing that we had, like we were dying, like our exhaustion levels. The only thing we had in craft was white bread, peanut butter, and queso. So that's a sandwich I made, and then I
Okay.
dropped it on the soundstage floor. And then I ate it anyway because call was at 7, and we had to paint the rest of the set. Like those are the stories in the film industry. You're just like staples, whatever's going in my mouth. Just we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Like, did
Nails
it
and
taste
all.
good?
Does
Who
it?
knows? Like
Who knows? I ate it,
energy.
and
So
that's what that was.
that's it.
Um, yeah, I don't know. So give me some time to think, and I
Okay.
like literally just in 5 seconds, I was like, oh wait, I know. Yeah. So just give me a second to think about it, a few days to think about it, and then yeah, I just want to brainstorm. I don't know what or who, but you definitely are at that stage. Like I think if you're writing your pilot episode, because there's two sides of this, right? There's
Mhm.
the traditional Hollywood route, which is what
Mhm.
we aim for. But then there's also you establishing IP
Yeah.
and doing it yourself. And that is definitely another route. And that's usually the route that happens most often nowadays.
Yeah.
But uh
But
yeah,
again,
let
this
me
isn't
think.
something that I can do on my own because of the characters that I have. Like I need a black woman's voice in the writers' room with me. I need a
True.
non-binary person in the room with me to do this.
True.
You
Very
know.
true. But you can get those people.
Yeah, that's true. You know,
You can get those
I have to
people.
go out and make friends. Mm.
Yeah, you can get those people.
I only have two.
You could get Anita
I'm a
and
millennial.
Nash to
Oh,
write.
absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyone want to come work on Appalachian? Well, there's so many good ideas in this class. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'd be honored to work with anybody. I'd be like, would you like I'll help
Yeah.
you. Like I'll do something for you guys.
Yeah, I gotta think. I'm gonna brainstorm on this because I want to see you at least aim for the traditional route,
Okay.
like the traditional media route.
Yeah.
So I just gotta brainstorm because Mark comes to mind, Matt comes to mind. We'll see.
Okay.
I was like, maybe Mr. T's agent guy, he like will rep me for things sometimes, but
Hmm.
they're devout Christian. They're very like they
Well,
them no, and I'll be like, ugh, I can't, I
I
can't, I
I
can't.
literally my master's degree is in Christian theology. I'm literally a children and youth pastor. And when everyone says that they're a Christian, huge red flag. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah, same,
hmm,
same. But it's because
okay.
I think I told you guys this. I used to do production for mega churches. Like that was like
Oh,
one of my
yeah,
lifetimes ago. I would consult with churches to put them online, to like
yeah,
figure out how to do their production department, how to get them streaming, how to build their own like internal network. Um and I used to do all of that, and just being a behind the scenes, I was like,
yeah, yeah.
red
There,
flag.
I was working in a
Like,
church outside of DC at one of the mega churches because it was after COVID and they were one of the only ones hiring. And some of the worst people I've ever met in my entire life. Like the pastor and his wife ran that church, and they were homophobic, they were racist, they were
mm,
transphobic, they were like anything that you could think. They were horrendous on stage when they're preaching. Oh, it's all great, and like they're patting them on their heads, like we're such good Christians. The second they got off the stage, vile. And then one night I was working, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I just stopped, and I walked into my supervisor's office, looked her dead in the eyes, and said, "I hate it here, and I hate all of you." And I just packed up my shit and left, and just drove to Florida. And I was like, "Mom, Dad, I'm coming home." So,
Liz,
yeah,
I had a
have
very
wild
similar.
stories. Yeah.
We have to exchange them.
Yeah.
Very similar. But mine was in the form of money. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I see where we are. So my price is tripled because
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
if I
No,
have to be in this space,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, it
Everything
was
came
insane.
down to how can we make money? How can we market ourselves to get more money? And how can we manipulate these people to get more money? And I'm like,
Oh, wait.
Jesus was homeless. Like, that's
Flounder is non-binary and voice acts. Hello. Hello, honey. We might have to have a
Flounder.
class project that we all take.
Yeah,
That might be
absolutely.
TV production 201, where we all
Yes.
it's just a
Yes,
small
that
group
would
of
be
us and we make this
amazing.
happen.
Yeah.
That
All right, Flounder, I'm about to DM you. Because we need to be friends anyway. Because I like your rage when we're in the pitch meeting.
Oh, we love. Okay, so if you have no more questions for me, darling,
I'm good.
I
Thank
am
you
going
so
to.
much.
No, you
I
are
can't even believe this
welcome.
is my life.
You're so funny.
It's true. Oh.
You're so funny. No, it was a great pitch. It was a great example. I love when we have I love when there's like teachable moments, but also it's just so well done. Because then it's an example for people so they can go, "Oh, okay, I get it." And then you're in the class, so it's like, "Oh, if Liz can do it, that means that I could potentially do that too."
Absolutely.
So I think that really makes people, unlike me and my 7 Emmys, they don't care. They're like, "Ugh, you're over there."
Keep flexing. Build more muscle. Get more Emmys.
I know. What? Speaking of churches, one mega church I was at, they were like, maybe Jillian, if you didn't tell everyone you were a 7-time Emmy award-winning television producer, maybe they would be so intimidated. I was like, it's not my fault they're intimidated.
They should be intimidated. Okay, they should know who they're going up against and treat you right.
But that's the thing. They're not even going up against me. Like, I'm building this for you and I'm handing this over and then I leave. I don't want to be part of this. Like, I just want to go, look, steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do this, do that, do this. I'll stay on for about 6 months. I'll help you guys get all together. And then I'm out.
That's beautiful.
And
it was like, never have to think about you guys again.
Never. And I'm not tithing my life away.
Yeah.
Because that was also very weird. Because mega churches and money. It's just
absolutely
too much. Okay, you and I, we will have to have a call because we will exchange some of these stories. Okay, so I think we're done for our live pitch workshop. I think Tuesday is class, so I'll see you guys Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, I've been going live. I've been having the urge to go live during the day for some reason, so I might do that Monday, but it would just be like office hours, nothing that you guys need to like pay attention to, but that is it. I just want to make sure anyone in the chat have any questions other than we're all going to make Ebold's project come to life.
My dreams come true, and you're all coming with me. We're all making each other's dreams come true.
If they're scared, then they ain't ready. True. Very true. Very, very true. Okay, so I guess I'll see you guys all on Tuesday.
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome, darling. Okay, I'm hanging up on you.
Bye.